So yes, so here we are with the discussion about the in-between, the state between two moments of the old way and what's coming, what the new way. Very natural and normal, and as you will no doubt know, happens in many, many occasions in our lives. So I call this exploring the sacred liminal space of emergence. And what I mean by liminal is well documented here by Richard Rohr, a Franciscan priest. The liminal space is when we are betwixt and between, have left one room but not yet entered the next room. It is any hiatus between stages of life, faith, jobs, loves, or relationships, or obviously many, many more. It is that graced time when we are not certain or in control, when something genuinely new can happen. It is an ultimate teachable space. There's a lot to be learnt, in other words, in this space. And it can be welcome, and it can be a real gift to us. But are we brave enough to allow what Brenda Reynolds calls the transition fog? That place where we know the old is gone, we can sense that something new is on its way, but there is no indicator about how or when or where that's going to happen. And so it feels like a fog. Now, we could completely fill up this time with busyness, with distractions, with old addictions, whatever it may be. But if we were to allow it, there's a lot of magic that can happen in this space. But why are we fearful of this transition fog, this moment in between? Often it's a fear of change, of letting go of what has felt comfortable to us in the past. You know, we've been in certain rhythms and routines, and we've had certain expectations and certain assumptions about how life goes, but maybe there's something more. And so, but we do fear change in this way. It's a sort of fairly natural thing. You know, we're wired for survival, and change feels like a threat sometimes. And yet, of course, it's so natural. With the fear of being unproductive, we live in a society where they're asking us to, you know, do, be productive, be seen, have an identity. And to be unproductive in inverted commas, to look like we're doing nothing can feel very, very threatening, especially in a world that seems to demand that we show ourselves and be in a doing state. And the fear of being alone with our own thoughts. I don't know if this resonates for anyone, but sometimes, you know, just honestly, just sitting still and staring out of a window can be very challenging because we're not sure what we're going to find there. And we might not like it, and we might not know what to do about that. And the fear of facing the truth of our current state, if we go quiet, if we listen, if we just allow whatever wants to come, it might take us into a place where we realize that what we've got so far, what we've got going at the moment isn't working. And up until now, perhaps we haven't been willing to face that. But today is all about the fact that this, if we allow ourselves these moments in between things, it is actually a sacred opportunity, an opportunity and a rare chance to come back to ourselves. How often do we actually get to sit with ourselves and just listen and be? This is an opportunity for that. For those that get sort of sent to bed with a cold when between things, it's kind of an enforced way of just being with ourselves, right? And it can be a wonderful opportunity to go, oh, here I am. This is me. I've been swept away in the old rhythms, the old routines, the old habits of looking after everybody else's needs. So it's a time to listen within, if we let it. It's a time to hear the inner call. Within us, there is a still small voice that's asking us to move and to grow, to be as nature is, right? Nature is always growing, always evolving. And sometimes that means a state change, like the lobster. And then it's a chance to walk forward, renewed, rested, and reborn. And as I indicated before, this is nature's way. We see it in all sorts of ways where there is this moment of pause before the changing of states. There's the caterpillar that goes into the mush, the pregnancy. Sleep is a state like that. Dawn and dusk is a state between two things. In all of these things, we need to allow for time and space, not letting ourselves succumb to the modern day demands to perform, push and deliver. But we need patience and above all, trust. Trust that this is all part of a natural unfolding. What is emerging is making its way to us. We don't have to back down the doors of this, right? If we sit and wait and trust, it is coming to us. It always does. Think about it. It's always come. So this trust is vital. And we must not fill it with busyness, scrolling, unnecessary projects or distractions. We're being invited to sit and relax and know that all is well. So the whole point is to not know what's next when we allow ourselves this state. No matter how long it is, right? And even this state might be between things. But to find those moments where we can let go and listen, where we can really be in the state of the unknowing so that whatever wants to come to us can come. I just really like, just to close this, I really loved this quote from T.S. Eliot about this state of just sort of being in the nothingness, if you like. He said that it goes, I said to my soul, be still and wait without hope. For hope would be hope for the wrong thing. Wait without love, for love would be the love for the wrong thing. There is yet faith, but the faith and the love and the hope are all in the waiting. Wait without thought, for you are not ready for thought. So the darkness shall be the light, and the stillness the dancing. Wonderful. So I'm going to take us straight into a standing visualization. If you can't stand, that's fine. You can sit. You can come off camera if you like. I'm going to do that, come off camera. And so I invite you to stand and just settle into, just going to be very quick, somatic experience of this for you. So just standing and in a comfortable way, maybe just just shake a little just to get any kind of tension out. And then just allow yourself to close your eyes gently and just arrive back in your body. And then you can open your eyes if you want, or have them staying closed, because we are going to move a little. So just do whatever's safe for you. But I want you to imagine that you're just coming away from a land that you've been in, a land that you've been visiting. And you're making your way to the boundary of this land, and you're walking into the woodland at the boundary of this land. As I say, you may want to actually physically move at this point. Move into that woodland and just gently follow the path through the woodland until you see a light and a clearing ahead of you. Make your way towards that light and just stop as to when you get to the edge of that woodland. In front of you, there is a beautiful little stream with a bridge over the top of it. Ahead, there is a beautiful field full of wildflowers and hills beyond. Enjoy this view, this invitation, and slowly make your way now to that bridge. You are at the edge of leaving the land that you knew and moving into this new space. You haven't moved there yet. You're just standing on the bridge and taking it in. You might want to turn and see the land that you're leaving behind you. And then slowly turn and look at the land that is in front of you, the field and the hills beyond. But here you are, just getting ready now to leave one state and to go into the next. You're standing on the bridge and you're taking a breath. So just take that breath in and let it go. There is no need to move into the new land yet. You are being invited to stop and rest at this point. Tune in now. What is it that you need here before you move forward, before you leave the old land and before you go to the new? Right now, as you stand here on the bridge, in gentle expectation, in a state of pause and reflection, what is it that you need right now? Where are you feeling that in your body? So it is in this reflective space that we're now going to put everyone into your breakout rooms. And in your breakout rooms, just take 3 or 4 minutes each to reflect on what you've heard so far this morning, this afternoon, this morning for some of you. And also on this question of what you're needing right now. So I'll see you on the other side.